So the Oklahoma Sooners recruiting hot streak continues in the month of July as they add in another top 300 prospect. This time, four-star running back out the state of North Carolina, Daylan Smothers. Today, we need to talk about why this is such a great addition for the Oklahoma Sooners, what Daylan Smothers brings to the table, and everything in between. But before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, Y for yes, N for no. Are you excited about the addition of Daylan Smothers to the Oklahoma Sooners? And let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed this content, like and comment down below. But having said all that, let's jump right into this because this is a great addition for Brent Venables and the Oklahoma Sooners, as Daylan Smothers ranks as a top 10 running back in all of high school football, coming in at number 9. Not only is he a top 10 running back, but he's a top 300 player in the nation per 24/7 Sports composite, coming in at number 218. Daylan Smothers is a really intriguing prospect, and when you watch his film, there's a whole lot to like. He is an incredibly slippery running back, and he's not going to be a guy that just straight up runs through you consistently, but he's also not a guy that one person is consistently bringing down. When you watch his tape, what you notice is it takes multiple defenders to get him to the ground, and rarely is that first guy not ending up on the ground because he's been juked. Daylan Smothers has got really, really great one-cut ability. He's going to make a cut, make someone miss, and then accelerate back up to top speed, which really gets me into the second area I like a lot about Daylan Smothers. The first area is how slippery he is. He might not be a quote-unquote power back that's going to run right into your chest and go right through you, but rarely is he being brought down by the first defender. The second thing I like about him is his ability to shift gears really fluidly and really quickly, and what I mean when I say that is he'll be at top speed, drop speed, and then get right back up to top speed in an instant. His ability to do that makes it even more difficult for defenders to not only get to him effectively, but then bring him down. And that's why you see he makes so many people miss on the highlight tape. And not only that, he packages that ability to be able to shift up and down really fluidly with a move set that really gets defenders off balance. And that's the last area I think we need to talk about, is the balance Smothers has. This is an individual that he can take contact, have another guy on him, but he can still stand upright and keep his feet moving because he's got great balance. And if you look, a lot of your best running backs do have great balance, and that's just all what I like about him in the traditional running back sense. Another thing you can see about him when you watch his tape is that they're already asking him to be a threat in the receiving game, and I've talked at length about this before. If we look at the way college football offenses are moving, and especially Jeff Lebby and his offense, he's going to ask the running backs to be a major part of the offense, not only in terms of the traditional ability, but also being a threat in the passing game. And whenever you have a high school running back that's been asked to do that, I think it just makes that transition even easier because it adds another threat to the layer of what a defense has to account for, making it even easier for your offense, especially if you're going quick like Jeff Lebby, because they're not going to have enough time to really figure out what they want to do. The offense knows what they want to do, and the defense knows of all the threats and possibilities present, but they really have a hard time eliminating it because of the pace of Jeff Lebby's offense, which at the end of the day is why I love when Oklahoma is able to get in running backs such as this. Somebody with that dual threat ability of being a menace in the passing game, but also a threat in the running game. It really helps the offense Jeff Lebby is going to be trying to run. And this really leads me into another point, and that's that Oklahoma has been recruiting the running back position well for a long time, but they definitely don't want what happened last year to happen again, where they were that thin at the running back position. They took 2 running backs last cycle, and they were very, very talented running backs. They took 2 running backs this cycle, and I think they're very excited about the running back prospects they have. This Oklahoma running back room is one that's going to be interesting to see how it continues to evolve, especially under the direction of Jeff Lebby. But at the end of the day, Oklahoma still has DeMarco Murray, and that's an individual who I've talked about before that I think is such a cool addition to this Oklahoma staff, even though he's not new, but it's the legitimacy he brings in a recruiting pitch because he was a stellar college running back. He was a top recruit, and then he went on to have a successful NFL career. That's the type of legitimacy that's very difficult to say no to if you're a high school prospect and you have a guy you watched play college football. You watched play in the NFL, it just kind of means something different because he's been able to go through the entire process before. So, for Oklahoma, getting in another top 300 prospect is always the name of the game. And especially when you look, DeMarco Murray is an ace recruiter on the trail, but this is a guy who 24/7 Sports has as Brent Venables as being his secondary recruiter. And I'm not super surprised by this, considering this kid is from North Carolina. Brent Venables just was the defensive coordinator at Clemson in South Carolina. He has supreme familiarity with the area. It makes complete sense that they would have Brent Venables on the trail in that area. I think it's going to be incredibly conducive to success, as Oklahoma has been able to break into new outlets and new pipelines, such as Florida, and now really doubling down in the Carolinas, which is going to be interesting to see. But at the end of the day, you love everything about this. This might not be the fastest running back in the class, but he has got a ton of burst, and he is a super complete running back. And at the end of the day, I think there's a lot to be said about that, where this is a running back that makes you account for every aspect of the game, and I think that's going to be exactly what Jeff Lebby is looking for. Very interested in hearing from all of you. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you think about this edition. I know you have to be over the moon. If you've watched his highlights, there's a lot to like. Briefly running through it again, I like how slippery he is, even though he's not going to be a quote-unquote power back that's going to run right through your chest. One, he doesn't shy away from contact, and two, he's strong enough to where one person isn't consistently getting him down. He does have that very slippery factor to his game. He cuts really well, and because of that, he's able to make a lot of guys miss and able to take advantage of them missing when he's able to accelerate and decelerate quicker than almost everybody on the field. And lastly, I love his ability to be a threat in the passing game. I think that's going to be a one-to-one translation and something that Jeff Lebby is going to be very excited about. So, really interested to hear from Oklahoma fans. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about this new addition. That's it. See ya.